Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Florence Akpan. I am here today to chat with you about the latest breaking news we received from IRCC. On October 7, 2022, IRCC announced that effective November 15, 2022, international students in Canada will no longer have the 20-hour restriction to work in Canada per week when they are in regular school season. Why is this so important? This is so important because prior to November 15th, international students during regular school season could only work 20 hours per week. Now they can work more than 20 hours from November 15th until December 31st, 2023. This means that international students can gain additional work experience in Canada, can make additional cash to support their tuition fee, their living expense in Canada. This is a win for international students. In addition to this, it's not just the students that are benefiting. Canadian employers are benefiting from this announcement as well. It has been a challenge filling jobs in Canada. There's lots of labor shortage in various industries, and with over 500,000 international students in Canada, Canadian employers are going to have some additional options when it comes to staffing for on-field positions that they have in Canada. This is very exciting news, and it's so important to ensure that you are using this opportunity if you're an international student wisely. And while it is very exciting, it is very important that international students take care during this period. Remember, despite the fact that you will now be allowed to work more than 20 hours per week, you are still required to maintain a full course load to be a full-time student in Canada. If you reduce your course load to become part-time, you would be contravening your study permit conditions. And if you do, this would potentially impact future immigration applications. So while you're taking on those additional jobs, remember that you still have to maintain your study permit status in Canada. And also work towards completing your studies in the given timeline that you should complete it. So if it's a 4-year program, try to complete it in a 4-year timeline. So it's very important to complete your studies in the given timeline that you have, and this is why you shouldn't reduce your course load to work more hours, because this could become a problem, especially if you were part-time and you then have to extend your studies while you're in Canada. The next set of people that I would like to talk to would be people who are potentially applying for a study permit at this time. If you're applying for a study permit and you have heard this very exciting news, and now you're calculating how much dollars you're going to make to continue to support your studies in Canada, oh, I don't need that much money anymore, I'm going to be able to work in Canada when I arrive. The first thing is to note that this policy is a temporary policy and is only going to be in place until December 31st of 2023. Therefore, it is important for you not to bank on this as your proof of funds for your application. When you're applying for your study permit, IRCC would still want to see that you have enough money to cover your planned studies in Canada without you working in Canada, because you could come to Canada and not be able to find a qualifying job or not be able to find a job and work. Therefore, it is important when you're doing that application, do not calculate your proof of funds based on how much money you can make in Canada. Ensure you have enough money before you begin that journey, before you begin that application. So, in addition to the international students being able to work more than 20 hours while studying in Canada, IRCC has also launched a new pilot program that will be automating the extension of study permits for international students in Canada. So prior to now, every international student would apply for their study permit and it would be reviewed by an officer before a decision is reached. But with the new announcement, there's a pilot program that will be automating this decision. And the reason why it's being automated is because these types of applications typically have a very high approval rate. So IRCC is telling us that it's about 97% approval rate in 2021, and this year already it's been 96%. So really high, and because of this, they will be automating certain types of application, and there'll be criteria that these applications would have to go through to meet to be automated, and then the students can get their study permit. So lots of interesting and exciting update. This is so important because this year alone, 135,000 study permits have been extended. Imagine the time that it would allow for visa officers to focus on more complex files. So we're very excited and very happy that IRCC is taking this direction, and I think that it would even help long-term as well, students and other types of applications that are being processed in Canada. If you've watched this video up to this point, you've heard the exciting news. You now know that international students in Canada have so many options. And it's not just about working 20 hours per week. International students in Canada receive quality education from Canada. They get to work now more than 20 hours per week for a limited time. And they also even have pathways to potentially convert from temporary to permanent residence as well. So overall, Canada is still a top destination for a lot of international students. And if you're there, you're listening to me talk about all of these great things that are happening in Canada, and you're like, I want to study in Canada, then you're watching the right video. My team and I will be so happy to work with you to explore options to allow you come and be an international student in Canada as well. If you're listening and you already started the process, you're probably already at the study permit stage. We have a detailed study permit course that can work with you to apply for your study permit. Or if you need full representation on your application, we are so happy and we will be so happy to be a part of your immigration journey. So definitely do reach out to my team and I. You can send an email to ask@infoplacecanada.ca and someone will be responding to you and guiding you through the process. If you've not even started, you don't even know what to do, where to start, what to do, what option. Is it study? Is it permanent residence? Are there other options that I can explore to study in Canada? Then that's where our consultation comes into place. We have super amazing consultants who are highly experienced and can talk to you based on your own profile to advise on exactly what your immigration options are. So there you have it. This is the end of the video. Let me know what you think. How has this announcement impacted your decision to study in Canada? What does this mean to you? Let me know in the comment section what this means to you. Now, if you've not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe, like, and share with your friends and family. We will be talking about lots of breaking news and lots of things regarding pathways to come to Canada in the next coming weeks here. Thank you and see you in our next video.